Hello and welcome to Handmade by Julia Quinn, and this is my fun bridge fold featuring a really great bundle from our new Stampin' Up catalogue. It is the Lazy Days stamp set, coordinating with the gorgeous Lazy Days dies. Now there's 22 stamps and there's 16 dies coordinating in this great bundle, including images of mats and rocking chairs and all sorts of fun things. And I live in Queensland, Australia, and our iconic home in Australia in Queensland is called the Queenslander, and it uses one of its characteristic features is the veranda or the balcony or the deck. We call it a veranda, and my home actually features a beautiful veranda and lovely lattice work at the top of my veranda. So I just love the dies that are in this set that create those great images. Now also with this card I am using a couple of the warm welcome dies for the front door and the door knocker and the welcome sign. Excuse me, I'll just pop them away. The other thing I wanted to tell you too with this great project is that the adhesive sheets are brilliant for these dies. Really, really brilliant. And you'll see how I have prepared most of my supplies first. I'll just grab all of them. I'm using only basic grey ink for my card, but I have done some colouring in using smoky slate and shaded spruce Stampin' Blends for the colouring in. Now I'm using one of my new favourite colours, Lemon Lolly, for this card. It is, now the card is basically, all of the measurements and stuff will be in the tutorial, but it's folded, it's a basic bridge fold and it's pretty easy to work out. But the first thing I wanted to do was add some texture to my fold, and so I've folded up my card, done the scoring and the folding, and then popped it inside my die and then passed it through my Stampin' Cut and die machine, all folded. It's a bit firm, but I took my time and it's given me that great texture. It does have, you can sort of see where the fold met in the middle, but that doesn't matter because we're going to place our door across the top of that. So there's my Lemon Lolly house colour. I nearly did the colours of my home, but my is a bit boring compared to the cute Lemon Lolly house. One of the signature things for my card will be using window sheet. I've used window sheet and I've created exactly the right length for my card here. I've used window sheet for the balustrade and for the detail on top of my card for that bridge fold. So that's really important to help them work really well. I have done all my die cutting, so I've cut the top of the veranda and then both veranda poles for each end, and I will do some trimming of them when I put them all on. The balustrade comes in a die that does just that section. So for my card I needed to do a couple of pieces to create the full length. So, and then I've got my door knocker there and my door, my smoky slate door. And what else have I got? I've got a whole bunch of vine. This one on this card I'm making for you, I've done in the shaded spruce, the same as my Stampin' Blends. So I've got 4 of them for each side of my veranda. My rocking chair near the front door, and a little cushion from the dies. Check that out. Isn't that cute? A little cushion to put on my rocking chair. And then I've got a pot of greenery for the front and a hanging basket, and my welcome sign, which I've already stamped, that can go over next to my door. This is my panel for the back of the card, because you need somewhere to write your greeting to your recipient. And I've also got some Pebbled Path cardstock to just make my, I stamped that a bit far down, but I think it still looks pretty good like that. So I'll put some adhesive on the back of that and then stick that onto my card, and I can put that on the back of my card ready to go. that over here ready. So that's the back of my card all done. I've just repeated the hanging basket and the little basket from the front, and then there's enough room for me to write my greeting. Okay, and then here's the front of my card. What I will do to ground everything is I have also got the pebbled path for the base of my home. So I'm just going to fold that exactly the same. It's exactly the same measurements. So I'll fold that exactly the same, and then I'll stick that onto the base. I'm using up the very end of my seal here. So I've just half pulled it out and just using up the last little bit. Okay, so I'll pop this on first, line that right up. The width of my card is actually the exact width of our cardstock in Australia. So, but as I said, all the measurements will be in the tutorial for you. Okay, there we go. So that's the base of my card, and then I can put on my door, and I'll add that with some dimensionals. I've only got mini dimensionals here, so quite a few dimensionals probably, until I dig around and find some more dimensionals, I guess. And one more, why not? They're only little. I'll peel the backs off each of them. And, oh, just before I put my door on, I do have, you can't really see it on my other card, but I've got a lintel, a door stop just to put on just below my door. And that's exactly the same colour, the pebble path. And I'll just put that in the centre. And then a bit more of the centre. There we go. And then I'll put my door there. And that covers up that join that you can see when I've done my embossing. And then I can stick on my welcome. As you can see, a bit of recycled cardstock there. This just makes it easier rather than trying to poke my fingers in later on. And then my door knocker as well on my door. And on that, I'm going to use just a little mini glue dot, just at the top of my door knocker there, and peel the back off that. There we go. Pop that there just below my welcome. And while we're doing our door, I think I put my welcome down a bit low, but actually it might turn out all right. And I'm going to add a doorknob with these gorgeous gems in the lemon lolly. There we go. Oh, while we're still putting this together, I may as well put my tub of greenery. I'm just looking to see if I've got some more dimensionals, larger dimensionals just here. Now, of course, oh, here they are, over the other side. Just put some dimensionals on my greenery there, and some dimensionals on my chair, rocking chair, which is again been stamped on the front and the back of that chair. Pull that and put my rocking chair just near the front door, and my tub of plants just on the other side of my front door. And I need a dimensional on my cushion, my rocking chair. This is a very well coordinated home. The cushion matches the door, the decor of the home. Okay, so that's just my embellishment and decoration for my front veranda. Now I need to add my window sheet. Actually, I might put my railings onto my window. And as I said, adhesive sheet works wonders with this. So I have put my adhesive sheet slightly smaller than my cardstock because my window sheet is slightly smaller as well. So just line that up, stick that on. There you go, one. I might put the short one in the middle, so it could pretend to be a gate nearly. Oops. There we go. making sure I put my non-sticky end at the top. Line you up exactly there. We have a gate on our veranda too, just at the top of the stairs. When my children were toddlers, it was like the best playpen ever. They could run around and ride, because we have a veranda on many sides of our home. They could shut the gate, know that was safe, they weren't going anywhere, and they could just play to their heart's content. There we go. So that's my front balustrade for my veranda. And then with the other piece, I'm going to put on this, oops, piece here. Okay, I love how that adhesive sheet just peels off so beautifully. Now I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to do my posts yet on my original. There we go. I put my post right there, and I do have adhesive sheet, but I'm going to wait till they've got them on the so I might just trim this one off just in case I need to add a little bit there. There we go. All right, now with my adhesive sheet I'm going to add some seal, and my window sheet I mean, some seal just on the bottom here and on the bottom here. And when you're folding and adhering a bridge fold, you fold one side right in and the other one flat. This means that it will fold flat to fit exactly into your envelope. Okay, so there we go. We've got the veranda on there. And then same thing again, a bit of seal. Oh, I think I might be at the end of my here it is. There we go. A little bit there and a little bit on the top. And again, folding it flat so that it can fit flat into your envelope. And the seal is good because it doesn't show through your window sheet very much. So there we go. There's our veranda, and the card can fold flat both ways, ready to go into our envelope. Doesn't that look lovely? Lovely, lovely, lovely. I love how it looks. And I've got my two posts. So I might add this one here. We're going to use the vines to cover up the join in between the posts and the top of the veranda. There we go. Don't you love the adhesive sheet? Isn't it fantastic? So take you right to the edge there. And you there. Okay, and then this post as well. Just poke into my adhesive sheet with my take your pick tool. Now, I do need to pop out these. Oh, they're not going to go. So, up here and there. There we go. All right, now it's up to the vine. Beautiful vine. All right, so I just start this growing from down here, just behind my balustrade there. There we go. Oop. One more piece. So there's a lot of die cutting I did before I put this together, got this ready to show you. Okay, and then this one coming from up the top, camouflage what's going on up there. There we go. And then another two on either side, on the other side. Okay, pop you just underneath the veranda, just there. There we go. And the last one, just peel you off. And whoop, stuck to my finger. Pull you off there. There we go. And then we can add our hanging basket, and I might hang it over this time on this side actually. So because it's going on that side, and I am going to just sort of put it so it looks like it's hanging from the roof detail, just going to put a little bit of seal on that side of my hanging basket, and there we are. Welcome to my Lazy Days bridge fold card. Doesn't that look lovely? I'm so happy with how that turned out. And then I've got my greeting panel on the back. It folds flat to fit into a standard card perfectly. A lovely way to send a welcome to the neighbourhood, welcome to your new home, welcome to the family. I hope you've enjoyed that, and make sure you stick around to watch all of the other amazing projects being shared with our wonderful catalogue launch. Bye bye now.